truck, man. I had to get that truck fixed. That was my problem. I humbled myself, didn't want to create too much debt at that time. Went and bought a cash car, had the title, riding around in that old truck, man. And my problem was it didn't look the way it needed to look. It needed to at least look presentable. I don't want to scare folk off when I get out of it. Big old dent in the side, front, everywhere, you know. My problem, riding my mother with me. At that time, she was in her early 70s. And I didn't want to break down with my mother in the truck. And I got young children. Man, I don't want this thing on these big super highways in Texas, and I can't control it. And, you know, them old trucks, you know how they drive. Can't hardly steer them. Anybody ever drove something like that? Oh, y'all been so blessed all your lives. So I'm riding in this old truck. That's my problem. That was my problem. And I struggled with that problem. Every now and then, I go to the Mercedes dealership just to look. I mean, Lord, I'm going to drive this old raggedy truck. You ever did that every now and then? You know, it just was a problem for me. Look like everybody I know getting cars. I'm helping folks get cars. And I'm riding around in this truck. That was my problem, man. What's your problem? If you find your problem, you'll find your assignment. That old truck was not only my problem, it became my pain. Just became a pain. A young man called me one day. He said, Pastor, I heard you like those old trucks. I said, yeah, I like them pretty good. He said, Pastor, I need your help. I said, what's wrong? He said, well, I've never been in trouble before, Pastor. And I'm licensed to carry. And I was in Pasadena. Well, some people know how the story already ended. And I was in Pasadena, and I told the people, leave me alone. I showed them what I had. And they tried to make a big deal out of that. And when he saw that I was registered to carry, there was not a problem. But then he looked in my glove compartments, and I had some brass knuckles. I didn't know they was outlawed. He said, so I need a lawyer. Yeah, never been in trouble before, college educated. At that time, I think he was in his early 30s. He said, Pastor, I got to sell this old truck. I said, okay, I'll buy it. He said, well, I got one more thing to tell you. I said, what? Well, it's at somebody's shop, and they won't fix it. I said, well, no problem. Give me the guy's number. I'll call him, and if everything is what you say it is, I'll buy the truck, go out there and look at it, pay you your money, we're good. He said, okay. I drive out there, talk to the gentleman, and shake his hand, and the guy who owns the shop, who's working on the car, somebody said, old truck. Okay, so I talk with him and make a deal with the other guy, pay the other guy his money. Boy, I got my truck. Me and the guy talked. He told me I had a truck in 3 weeks. All right, so now it's 11 months later. Literally. I don't have my money, and I don't have no truck. The guy won't fix it. So I drive out there once a week. He's about 40 miles out from me. My wife works in marketing and business development. I say, hey, if you're on that side of town, go by there and make a face. Tell the office person, hey, put this on your agenda. Once every 2 weeks, go out there and check on that truck. We did that over and over and over again for months. So now this old truck was my problem. And now these trucks become a pain. So I go out there, and one day I want to do something, I think. I'm real upset. You know, I ain't been in church all my life, a lot of it. So I let him know I wasn't born in the church. It didn't work. He didn't fix it. So I need a new approach. A few months later, I go back. I say, hey, it's football season now. Now, y'all know when football season starts, right? I bought it in January. So anyway, it's football season now. Hey, how about if I give everyone on your staff tickets to the Texans game? Will you fix my car for me? Still ain't working. I'm paying now. I got multiple trucks. I used to park some of them over there. And I got multiple trucks. Don't even know what to do with them. Can't even park them. Try to find me a storage unit for them. The amount of money they wanted for the storage unit is just too much. Pain. I hope I'm blessing somebody. Pain. What am I going to do with these trucks? Pain. Don't have anywhere to park them. It's becoming a headache. It's becoming a nuisance. I'm losing money. This other truck is out here becoming a pain. Now, my first point was rhema word, right? So God began to show me this place. He began to show me this place that had storage where I could store the cars that was finished for sale. And he showed me this place that had another part where you could fix the cars. It was a little cloudy, but that's how I saw it. So one day I'm riding down 1960. There's a preacher driving. We're in the car. I said, man, Doc, let me tell you what the Lord showed me, man. He said, what he showed you? So I began to tell it to him. I said, it's a place like, and I began to describe it. You know, I talking to him about my pain. I said, it's a place like, it's like, I said, it's a place like that right there. We pulled in there. I said, it's just like this right here. Looked up, it was a sign for sale. I said, just like this, Doc. Let me call them. Called them and worked out a deal with them. Pain. Watch this next one. How do you see your assignment? How do you see the area of your assignment? Now look here. It's not going to always be problems. It's not going to always be pain. Sometimes it's going to be prosperity. See, the key to understanding this, am I blessing anybody? The key to understanding this is you're not asking God to help you. You're trying to find out what God is doing and you want to help him. See, oftentimes we want to do our own thing. And then we say, Lord, come over here and help me. I know you plowing over there, but I got some tomatoes over here. Well, I want tomatoes. I know you want collards, but I want tomatoes. Now let's come over here in this field, Lord. And the Lord said, but it's harvest time over here. Well, Lord, I want to plant over here. And so we find ourselves struggling sometimes because we are in a field where God didn't tell us to go. God is over here in that field, and if we would join God in the field where he's already working, that's Isaiah chapter 6 if you get time, we'll see the manifestation. So prosperity. So I get this shop. I rent on it. Now, somebody said he's telling all his business, y'all. Telling all his business. So the rent on it, when I called them, they said, well, we want to sell it. We really don't want to rent it. I said, well, if you rented it, how much would it be? I mean, it'd be at least $8,500 a month or something like that. I said, wow. I didn't see that in the vision. You got to write the rhema word, and then you got to walk it out. I sent him an offer for like $3,500. Now, what the Lord told me to do, y'all, I said, that's all I can pay, man. Took them months. They never responded. I called the realtor. I said, I'm offended. You could have at least said no. He said, well, Pastor, I've been trying to get in touch with you. After a while, they thought about it. They said they accept. Now, who's been listening? Somebody tell me how this all started. Huh? With one raggedy truck. Come on, somebody. Now, there's a place in Houston called City Classic Cars that has on property probably 40 classic cars, many of them going through full restorations. Some of them are $150,000 jobs. Some of them are $100,000 jobs. And people come in and say, hey, here's $5,000, just get started. Others come in and say, hey, here's $10,000, just get started. I'm telling all, somebody say tell all his business. If we bring in $100,000, we had a bad month. Now, I hope I'm helping somebody. It's about as real as you're going to get right now. If I bring in $100,000 in revenue, I've had a bad month. And it started with one raggedy truck. You better catch that Raymond word. You better catch what God is saying in your spirit. God will have you go somewhere. God will have you do some things that you're not prepared to do. God will have you go some places that you've never been before. Some people call me a car guru. They said, boy, I bet you could take the engines out. I said, no, I don't touch the engines. Boy, I bet you could paint them. No, I don't paint cars, man. I don't paint them. You do the metal work. I don't mess with that either. God gave me the vision, and all I do is catch the vision. See, I throw it out there, and then a fish bite, and I bring that fish in and say, oh, you're a painter. Go over there and paint for me. Just catch the vision. Oh, you're a top dollar mechanic. Go over there and do mechanic work for me. And God assembled all of these pieces around, and it's doing amazing things in the community. One of the largest classic car repair and restoration shops in all of Texas, and one of the largest black-owned and operated restoration shops in the United States of America. Somebody said, amen.